Good afternoon and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Rocco, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Rocco's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and motivations we give him while we are working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is a tug and let go on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Rocco's been fitted with his own personal training collar, and we'll show you how to properly use this during your one-on-one lesson. Rocco is seated very nicely on Fred's left, which is where all our obedience training is done. And the first command they're going to demonstrate is heeling, which is proper walking on a leash. Fred and Rocco take off doing that now. The command you want to use for this is Rocco heel, and then you just start walking, and he'll fall right in line on your left-hand side. We've also incorporated an automatic sit, as you see right there. Anytime Fred stops his feet, Rocco will sit. There's that sit again. Now it's important during heeling that Rocco walks at your pace on your left-hand side. He shouldn't try to pull ahead or lag behind. If he does attempt to pull ahead or lag behind, the first word out of your mouth is no, followed by a tug and let go correction, and then repeat the command to heel and start walking again. Now the next command they'll demonstrate for you is the stay command, which is a hand and voice command. Fred will use the open flat of his left palm an inch or so from Rocco's muzzle and the one-word command to stay. He walks out to the end of the training leash. It's a great exercise to build up self-control and maturity in Rocco. You want to start practicing this one at about a minute and work your way up in increments to about 3. And when Fred returns back to Rocco, he's going to walk all the way around him, providing an added distraction as he goes behind him, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. It gives him a little praise for remaining seated, and they take off heeling again. We'll show you that more of the heel, the sit, and the stay. We give him the stay again, and back out to the end of the training leash. And this time, instead of returning back to Rocco, he'll demonstrate the come or recall command. You call him into you using his name in a nice voice. He comes and sits in front. Then we have an exercise called the finish, where you're going to heel him right around the back of you and right back to your left-hand side heel position, and he'll sit. We'll demonstrate it one more time. Have him in a sit, give him a stay, out to the end of the training leash, call him in, and he comes in and sits nicely right in front. And then the finish, you heel him right around the back of you and right back to your left-hand side, and he sits. Nicely done. It's a good time to remind you want to practice all your commands with Rocco about 15 to 20 minutes a day. You can practice inside or outside your home and just incorporate your commands into your daily routines with Rocco. It helps to keep the commands fresh in his mind. Now we'll be showing you our down commands. The first is down from a heel position. Fred will use the open flat of his left palm straight down to the ground and the one-word firm command to down. He then gives him a stay and walks out to the end of the training leash. It's another great exercise to build up self-control and maturity in Rocco. You want to start practicing this one at about 3 minutes and work your way up to about 5. And when Fred returns back to him, he's going to walk all the way around him as he did on the sit stay, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Rocco remains down throughout, and they take off heeling again. We're going to show you that down command again when they come back around. It's a good time to let you know too, if Rocco does not respond to one of your commands, the first word out of your mouth is no, followed by a tug and let go correction, and then you repeat your command. And he gives him the down again, and a stay, and back out to the end of the training leash. And this time, instead of returning back to him, he'll demonstrate that come or recall command again right out of the down. He comes right in, sits in front, and then the finish, where you heel him right around the back of you to get him right back to your left-hand side heel position. We'll give them a second to get lined up for our final command, which will be down from a distance. This will be the down from a distance. You're going to leave him in a sit stay, out to the end of the training leash. This is the only time you're going to use your right hand to give the command, and Fred will drop him into a down from the end of the training leash. He'll then return back to him once again by walking all the way around to get right back to that left-hand side heel position. Nicely done. Alright, we've demonstrated a few of the obedience commands we've worked on with Rocco here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Rocco, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.